off on the day before D-Day. Time to get in a final coffee, a Chinese. Yeah, and a thing that I really can't have over the next year. How do you turn around a video when you're taking one?
With 2 takeaway coffees, not.
I'll just put you in a tiny bit in the corner. Just a little tiny bit.
My spiky hair. Look.
Pre-1940s treat. My daughter's got this for my birthday. It's a vegetable chow mein, and we have got vegetarian or vegan pancake rolls, I think they're called, and not least a glass of wine. Yum. So here's me on day one, starting off of course with a pot of tea. You'll notice I put 3 teaspoons of loose leaf tea in the pot. Quickly came to realise that is too much. It has to be 2.5 teaspoons per day or your tea ration will not last. So what I've been doing is making a pot of tea, having a cup out of it, filling my flask up, bringing that to work. And then when I get home, I put hot water back into the teapot, and I'm usually able to get myself a couple more mugs of tea out of that. So I would say 2.5 teaspoons makes me about 5 mugs of tea a day. That's pushing it, but I just didn't know how they coped. How did they cope only having 2.5 teaspoons of tea a day? Yeah, I found that a bit difficult, but we've made it work. And having the flask and taking the flask to work every day, or putting it upstairs in my office while I'm working from home, is a bit of a lifesaver, especially during the cold weather. There's me measuring the milk. 1, 2, 3 for the 3 cups or mugs that flask contains. And then obviously for most mornings I've been having porridge. That's been working well. I think I've had it for 5 mornings out of the 7. So I put hot water in there, top it up with a bit of oat milk, put it in the microwave. Thank goodness for the microwave. It takes about 2 minutes to cook. And then I'll add a teaspoon of sugar or a teaspoon of jam just to sweeten it up just a little bit. That's really cheap. When you think about it, you can buy a big bag of oatmeal for about £1, and that's going to see you through for the month. It's not a bad investment, is it? And next you'll see a quick whiz through of what I've been eating during this week. Just a glimpse at some of the meals, some of the lunches, some of the dinners. Lots of stews there's been. Lots of stews with lentils and pulses. Lots of leafy green veg. Lots of stodge too. Potatoes, carrots, beans on toast. That was lovely. Yeah, they say there's been lots of fried veggies on toast as well. I've had lots of potatoes, soy mince, so that's really high in protein. Jam on toast, Oslo meals, salads. I've ate quite well, really. Oh, there's a bread and butter pudding. I made that in the microwave. These butternut squash have been on my windowsill since several weeks, maybe 2 months. I didn't have very high hopes for them, but they're perfect inside. So I am going to roast one of them because I've had the other one roasting baked potato anyway. So probably make some soup out of this or something. So it came out perfectly, and in the end I used it to make like a butternut squash mash, which I had with these mince slices. The mince slices were made out of minced soy mince, some breadcrumbs and some mashed potato, and they were quite delicious. So the fridge is still pretty full. Here's what I've got left of my weekly ration. It's day 6 today. I've got 2 sausages. I've got a little bit of margarine, a bit of cooking fat and a tiny bit of cheese. I've got some mince there, soy mince that I made up, a couple of baked potatoes, and then I've still got quite a few vegetables that I've got to use up. That's next week's bacon there. Yeah, it's not been too bad at all. And in my cupboard, what have I got left? So, like I said, we're on day 6. I've got a tiny bit of tea left. I've got through most of the oats. I've got lots of sugar left. I'll probably make a pudding tomorrow for day 7. Still got lots of my monthly points. Obviously, I had a can of beans, so that's got to last 3 weeks now. On the other side, I've just got my normal staples there. So yeah, we are surviving.